Some artists wait for the industry to open the door, others kick it down themselves. And today on the Tales from a Trap podcast, we're sitting down with Steelo, aka Rav Steelo, an up-and-coming rapper with that raw hunger, sharp energy, and something to prove. Because in UK rap music right now, it's not enough to just make noise. You've got to have presence, you've got to have identity, you've got to make people believe you're not just here for one song, one moment, or one bit of hype. And Rav Steelo is moving like someone who wants the whole thing. The music, the image, the story. And now he's taking that next step by making his acting debut in Tales from a Trap. It's like Top Boy meets Blue Story on steroids. And that's what makes this one so exciting, because this isn't just a rapper turning up on set for a quick moment in a movie. This is Rav stepping into a major role, stepping into a world and proving that he can bring that same intensity from the music and the mic to the big screen. And he doesn't disappoint. In this episode, we talk about the grind, the music, the come up, the pressure to stand out, and what it feels like walking onto a film set for the first time. And when Rav talks about making his acting debut in Tales from a Trap, you realise this might not just be a new role. It might be the beginning of a whole new chapter in his singing and acting career. If you haven't got a favourite Iranian rapper, you have now. Steelo. Welcome back to the Tales from a Trap podcast. Today we're joined by an Iranian rapper called Rav Steelo, but he has now been reborn and he's just known as Steelo. He's played one of the leading roles in their movie, so please put your hands together for Steelo in the building.
I like that.
Oh, yeah, we've got to G you up, but for anybody that doesn't know you, that, you know, has just seen you popping up and hearing your music, and, you know, that's how we got connected, because my son was following you on Instagram and he went, "This guy is so good, Dad, you've got to get him in a movie." And that's obviously how we got connected. I know it took us a year to kind of get things together, but we did it now. And I've got to say, you know, talking about the movie before we go into your story, I mean, what a pleasure it was to work with you. I mean, you really did come on set, you got into it. I mean, you know, considering you'd never acted before, it was like you was a method actor.
Yeah, no, I was getting involved. You know, I was smoking crack, I was fucking getting
But that was a problem.
up,
Yeah, we actually turned him into a crack addict, but we didn't really.
Yeah, no, not really. We was talking about it before, but no, not really. But it was fun, yeah. Acting, it was a different, because at the end of the day, I'm on camera when I do videos, innit? So I kind of knew how to be on camera, but playing a character, because I remember when Terry first asked me, you asked me to play Rocco.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. This might happen. This is like 2 years before, maybe a year before. And I was like, this ain't going to happen, I don't think. And I was like, all right, cool. Then a year after, I just started moving fast, innit? And I started reading the script and I connected with Rocco, innit? Because I'm a bit of a madman anyway.
Yeah.
I like doing certain things. And I thought, yeah, it's easier to play that role than, and it's also more, he had more of an arc in his story for me.
100%. Well, I think when you look at the roles, because I know we had a little bit of a drama when we lost a leading man because he broke his arm and leg.
Yeah.
And then I sort of said to you, why don't you play and you'd already got your heart set on Rocco, and you were like,
I was in Rocco already.
I'm already Rocco'd up.
Yeah, for real. I read his lines, I wrote all of them down, highlighted everything. And then
what was it for you as a musician and a music artist and a rapper? How different was it performing music to then turning it into acting?
Do you know what? On the first day of set, it was a bit confusing because it felt like everyone was waiting for their lines. Like most of the people hadn't acted. There's a couple people that had acted there, but on the first day of set, it was like, okay, like how is this gonna work? It felt a bit awkward. Second day, it felt fluid. Then it kind of just, I think as we went with days on, it just got better and better. The difference is just kind of when I'm making music, it's me, innit? Right. But this one, it was more just like acting. It was more reacting. Right. So that's what I started learning.
That's what acting is, reacting.
This is all it was. It was just like, rather than reading lines, I stopped remembering the lines. Obviously, I know the lines anyway, but I just started listening to, I think the funniest bits in the film, I don't know, I haven't seen it yet, but when I see it, I think the best parts of the films will be the parts that I wasn't acting. It was just kind of throw away, like reacting to Richard or reacting to Amzino. Or...
Definitely. I think that's one of the things we wanted to do with the film was we wanted to mix real actors with real musicians and then let them kind of find a way. And the good thing is when, like you said, that first day when you come in and you was all sort of feeling yourself around,
yeah.
You know, the good thing is when you do a take, you don't just do one, you do 10.
Yeah, exactly.
So if the first one, you didn't quite get it, the second one, you get it, third one's even better, right, that's it, we move on to the next one.
But you can feel when it's the take, like you feel when you've done the right thing, you go, fucking hell, that was good, innit? Like you feel like the same thing with music when you do a take on a verse or something, like you get like goosebumps or tingles in that, and then that's when you know, even though they do another take anyway, but you know they've done the right take there. Do you know what I'm saying?
So talking about the film, how real is the film to real life?
Yeah, no, it is real, isn't it? It is real. Like it's proper real. Like even the people behind. This is what I said to the director when I talked to Monty about it. I said that's why this film is going to do well, because most hood films, most Top Boys, the others, whatever they are. Like I watched another film recently in the cinema, and I could just tell that it was manufactured.
Right.
People behind the camera are like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Do you know what I mean? You know, in them ways, it's like family, don't do that. It's like, yeah.
Do people still
the
use
people
that?
behind the camera, like even now, it's just a man, minutes.
Do people still use that family?
No, they don't use that. But that's how you know when the film is budge.
When people start calling each other family, you know it's
know it's fucked up, bro.
So do not use that word, family.
Don't use no family, no my brethren, them ones. We're not in 1943, bro. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, you can tell with this film that it's the man them are behind the camera, the directors and what part of the man them. Everyone's been through shit. Everyone understands who they are. Everyone understands what. Because even when we had the lines, when we done the script, when we first read the script, it was like there were certain words. And we were like, obviously we weren't going to say that, but we would twist the lines. When
and I've got to say that writer's so pissed off that you took family. He said, "I'm going to get that Rocco."
Fucking sucker, man. Fuck that guy. No, I'm joking.
but the thing is, with the script, the guy that wrote the script,
he's a G.
He wrote it, and what we said to every single person in the film. And most people don't do this. They say, stick to the fucking script, don't change the script. But with us, we wanted to make it real. And the thing is, if you write a script a year ago and you're doing something now, some of the dialogue might have changed, some of the slang might have changed, some of the sayings may have changed. And for us, we were like, look, if you wouldn't fucking say that, say it with your way. Do you know what I mean?
Because it's going to be fake, isn't it? It's going to be fake.
But that's why we wanted to get everybody to, A, to feel comfortable, and B, if I can say something funnier than what's written on the thing, I'd say to you, what about this? And if you go, shit idea, thanks anyway, just fucking say family. But if you go, actually, that is fucking great. And I think that's where you get magic from films. When we did Rise of the Foot Soldier, you know, a lot of that dialogue, some of it was improvised, some of it was tacked on. And I remember the director coming up to us halfway through one of the takes saying, can you please stop saying after every single fucking thing?
Because, but there's something about swearing on camera, yeah.
But it's like, mate, this is how people talk. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And he was like, oh, you know, there's too many in this film. I said, I know, we're with it. Yeah. But when it come out, that became a big thing. People were saying, fucking hell, how many times did they say in that film? And it out-counted Goodfellas. That was how many swear words were in it.
Well, they don't know counter.
But then they started doing this other thing where they went, let's go into, and people started playing games. So it's every time someone said, come to the film, have a shot.
Yeah, smart.
So all of this shit just come out of, but when we were doing it, we were trying to make it real. So, you know, you call people as in you're a or you go, you're a
Yeah.
So you'd have different, but everybody seemed to overuse that word in the film, but it actually didn't make the film, bad. But what you were saying about the authenticity is important. And I think for us, we wanted to create a new franchise. We wanted to create something because it felt like Top Boy was a great show. Blue Story was a great film. But since then, there hasn't really been anything that sort of touches it. And you sort of think, there's such a massive audience for this stuff, and you just sort of
also with the fresh faces, like with the people that are in it, like you said, they're rappers, but I think that's kind of a plus in a way, because it's like most actors, like I don't even want to name the film because it was shit, but I went to see a film. What should I name it? Waste Man. That shit was shit. That film was so shit. Like, it was a good idea, but the concept, the people in it, and I think when you have actors, they have like these constructs in their head of like how you should act. But because we never acted, there's no fear. Like, you know, when I first started rapping, there's no fear. I'm stepping on everyone's toe. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. But same with acting, we don't know what's right or wrong, so we can push to the fucking other side without even knowing we pushed there. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it definitely gives you freedom.
Yes, freedom.
Right.
And freedom is where you find genius. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know where you're gonna, like, someone could have done the wrong thing. Like, one actor teacher. That's why I say teachers are important. But with acting, I feel like because we all knew what it was, it kind of molded together. We didn't need to be actors, but maybe we're actors now, innit?
Family Lamp.
Yeah, come on, family lamp. There we go, man. Big up everyone in the film, man.
That is funny, though. That is funny, because I've not actually heard that saying family lamp.
But people used to say that.
It even sounds pony. Just even you saying it just sounds pony.
Yeah.
So I don't know who came up with that, or was that just been manufactured by someone?
Shakespeare or something. Hood Shakespeare.
And obviously, when we started this interview, we were talking about, I introduced you obviously as an Iranian rapper, and I know that your mum and dad obviously were born in Iran, and I know Iran's very topical at the moment, so it'd be great to just hear a little bit about
Iran,
your mum and dad's growing up in Iran, why they come here, and then obviously, you know, your experiences as well.
Yeah, no, my mum and dad were both growing up there from kids. I'm not too sure about my mum's side, but my dad's story was pretty crazy. He's a young kid in Iran, family of 4. His mum died when he was 10. Dad left him, so he was kind of the man out of the house at 10 years old. So there was 4 other kids. He was 10 years old, and he would go from one side of Iran to another side of Iran, get food for the family, and then I think his cousin brought him in, and his granddad was the general of Iran, and he married into the royal family, because at that time Iran was like westernized.
Do you know what his second name was? It wasn't Pakravan, was it?
No.
Okay. Right.
So that's my surname, innit?
Right.
But maybe blur that one.
Right.
But yeah, they married into that family, and then he went from the freedom to not having any freedom and being like a fucking institutionalized, waking up every 4 a.m, fucking going army and all of that. So we come from army family, innit? That's what all of our family are, army.
Right.
And then it was westernized, and then Iran obviously now is Islamic. That's why everyone's hating that it's Islamic, but at the time it was the opposite. So you see how everything goes in circles. At that time, there was a guy in, where was it? I think it was Germany, which is Khomeini.
Right.
He was making tapes for Islamic people, and he was smuggling the tapes in.
Right.
And people were listening to them in secret. It was banned. And then people started listening to it so much that they overthrew the dynasty. Like, they overthrew the kings, the queens, and the kings and queens got ran out. I don't know where they went, but then the Islamic people started taking over. So my dad left. I don't know where he went, but he went back to London, I think, and then...
What made him pick the UK? Was it just because that just...
I think he got sent to school here or something.
Right.
So I think they sent him in. A lot of... Iranians kind of either went... Well, Iranians are all over, but I think it was mainly America and UK, because it was quite Western, isn't it?
I think there was... I've actually spoken to... I've got a vested interest in this Iran stuff, because we've actually got a film that we're making.
Yeah, I know Richard told me about
the Shah. Yeah, and what's interesting is, you know, a lot of the Iranians that left Iran on the revolution, a lot went to Israel, a lot went to US, a lot went to Canada, a lot went to France, a lot went to UK. So they spread out around the world, and then a few that went back, obviously because the change of regime was anti-Shah. anybody that come back that was pro-Shah, they was actually hanging people up off lampposts
it was
and murdering them. It was
like the complete opposite. It was like, even now it's like Islamic, isn't it? But most people in Iran, me included, most people, my family, we all hate the fucking Islamic regime, and everyone's trying to overthrow it, but then they just don't want to fuck off either. So
I think the problem with when the Shah had the country, it was very sort of like Dubai. It was very progressive. Yeah. If you wanted to, be Christian, if you wanted to be Jewish, if you wanted to be Muslim, it was fine. It was like, it was all up for...
You could fuck. If you wanted to not wear a headscarf, you don't have to wear a headscarf. People were like...
Well, people said that there was women walking around with like miniskirts on high heels. And obviously, if you're a hardline, Islamist, you would look at it and find that bad, right? And that's obviously where the things sort of met, because you had one side that didn't want that, and then the Shah did want that. So there was that sort of, and unfortunately, when he left, I think he did an interview with Sir David Frost, and basically said, if I don't go back to Iran, I fear for what's going to happen. And President Sadat was the only person in the world that actually welcomed the Shah back. And he actually died in Egypt, and they had a state burial for him in Egypt. And he said, if we don't get these people out of Iran, there's going to be problems for the world. And then he got murdered, he got taken out. And then the people that took him out were linked to the World Trade Bombing Center. There's if you actually look at all those things that have happened, all the things that they talked about have all sort of come through. And obviously now there's this kind of issue in the Middle East, which, I don't know who's right and who's wrong. I don't know, I'm not a politician. I don't understand about geopolitics, but I just know that, this isn't good for the world. So I'm hoping it gets sort of sorted, or...
I think it will get sorted, but it's all about the oil, and it's about that, it's getting political podcast, but
they're talking about bringing the Shah's son back and putting him in power. I mean, that would be mad if that happens.
I'll go back there and be fucking royal over there. I'll go back there.
You're going to go back and join the army?
Nah, fuck that. But if the Shah and that will go there, then I could be part of it. Yeah.
Why?
Because I was in the family, like, in that sense of like, we married in, so there's got to be a way I can get back in there.
Right. So who married into the
family? My great grandma.
Right. Okay.
It was my granddad married obviously my great grandma.
Right.
But she was the princess of Iran. She was like one of the daughters of the Shah.
Wow.
Or like the grandkids of the Shah.
So you're sort of like some like Iranian royalty somewhere.
Yeah, like it could have happened.
He's on the bloodline.
I could have fucking been there. Yeah, like King Steelo of the fucking Iran.
I'd be addressing you as Your Majesty or Your Highness.
Yeah, that would be lit, innit?
So your mum and dad obviously ended up in London.
Yeah.
And then are you an only child, or have you got?
I've got a sister, younger sister.
So obviously you were born in England.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Iran?
Maybe I was like 3, but I don't remember it. 3, and we rode around on motorcycles and that, but apart from that, nothing really. I don't remember it.
Right. And you went to school here. What was you like at school? Was you
No, I was all right till I got like 7 years old. I was all right, and then when I was 7 years old, something happened. Something must have happened to me, and then I went a bit weird. Started getting a bit more trouble. I had a really bad anger when I was like very young.
Right.
I bit a kid's eye out when I was like 7, 8, and then I
was that.
What? Are you laughing? Yeah, I bit a kid's eye out because he stole my go-go's, innit?
Right. Them go-go's,
them go-go's were fire. That was currency back then.
Fuck with people's go-go's.
Don't you fuck with my go-go's? You know what I mean? Like that time, I had this Supreme go-go or something, some crazy shit, and I was like, yeah, this go-go.
And what happened? Did he steal it or did he break it?
I think like you play games with go-go's, innit? You flick them or something, and then he must have took it. I can't remember. I think I just grabbed and just ripped his eye out, and then I got for the rest of my time in primary school, I had to sit by like a little bitch. I had to sit by
put a muzzle on you.
Yeah, they made me sit on the floor and what do you call it? Sit by the what's the guy, the top guy?
The headmaster.
Headmaster, yeah. I had to sit by his desk on the floor.
Right.
So that kind of fucked my head up as well.
And I take it, when you've gone through something like that, you obviously thought at the time what you was doing was right.
Yeah.
And then when you're punished in that manner, did that then give you like a fucking hate for authority?
Yeah, I hated school after that.
Right.
I hated school. Because I just think teachers don't really give a fuck anyway.
Well, I think they've got, so, and this isn't anything bad about teachers, but I think teachers have gone down the academic route and they think that is what everyone else should do. So when they're teaching you, they're going, oh, you could be a teacher like me. Or, you know, if you go to university, you might get a good job. So they're only sort of, they've got a path. And if you're not on that path, you're either a pain in the ass or you're disruptive. So, and not everybody's cut out to be academic or to be university graduate. Do you know what I mean? Some people, would you say you were more sort of creative or not?
Yeah, I think I want to be a footballer. So then when after I left primary school, I went to secondary school, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I wanted football.
You got to give us a little sneak peek.
What, football?
Into your school report. What did it say?
School report. It was like could be great or could be homeless type shit. Like one of them two, innit? So that's why my whole life I'm like, shit, like I could be like at the top of everything.
Right.
Or I could be like homeless. That's why it's a weird thing when someone tells you that he could be really great or he could really go off the deep end, innit? My school report was fucked, innit? I was excluded a lot.
My school report was the same. Not like that, but just always he could do better. He's very disruptive. He fucks about. If he stopped fucking about, he might actually do that shit.
Yeah.
He's destined for failure. There was nothing positive in my school report.
Yeah, fuck them teachers. Them teachers don't know shit. I fucking went where did I go? I went done football, and then I was like, I'm gonna be a footballer every day. Everyone was smoking. I was like, no, not me. I'm gonna be a footballer.
Rav's a baller.
Yeah, Rav's a baller. Yeah, he's gonna be a footballer. He's not doing none of that. And then it got to like 14, and then girls came in.
That's where it all went wrong.
Yeah, and I started smoking, and I was like, oh, I can't run as much.
Right.
And then I think when you get to
when you say smoking, cigarettes or
like smoking cigarettes, weed, cigarettes. But to be fair, I was popping when I was 14. That's when like the whole like drugs came in, like everything went weed. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like girls came, drugs came, rave came, everything. Rav came. I wasn't Rav. I was just Cameron at this point.
Right.
And then,
where did the Rav come from? Was that right?
Oh, that's when I started rapping, innit? Right. So that's what I'm saying. When I got to 14, 15, you got to pick a subject in school, maybe 3 subjects. So I picked media.
I thought you'd say you was complaining because there was no rap music on the syllabus.
Yeah, there was none. We had a studio though in our school. So we had Rav. What am I talking about, Rav? We had film studios and music. And then I picked them 2 because I was like, that's easy, innit?
Right.
That seems quite easy. I like music. I like films. Let me try that. And then that's what I'm saying about having a good teacher. My music teacher was fucking banging.
Right.
He was like, he understood something about, I didn't really give a fuck, but he saw something and he was like, no, you're actually all right at this. You need to do this.
And I suppose really for you, because you'd all been told you're not going to be anything, you know, you could be homeless, and it was all negative. When he gave you a bit of love and a bit of positivity,
yeah, it made a difference.
It made you think, actually, yeah, I can do this. And it encouraged you and give you the courage really to fucking actually go for it.
Yeah, it made a difference, like to a point where like I cared about going to school and stuff like that. And then after that, I wasn't taking music seriously. I think at that point, 15, 16 or 14, got arrested for something, for like weed or like selling weed or something stupid. And then I had to go to like a young offenders thing. And then I had to go to another thing where it was like a youth club, but like if you didn't go, they would put you back in young offenders.
How long do you do in the young offenders?
It was like a year. Right.
And what was that much? And what was that like? I mean, did you like it or did you hate it?
Yeah, it was fun because everyone was kind of similar, and it was like we were fucking about. And at that point, I felt a little bit of pride in myself because I was like, I'm not meant to be here, innit? Right. I was like, I'm actually like, what did I do? Just sell a bit of weed. I'm not like some of these kids are fucked, innit? Right. Fighting, like all this shit. But I think at the time I thought I was a bit, which is a bit bad, but I thought I was a bit better than them.
Right.
And I thought, yeah, no, this ain't me. And then that's when I met Nathan, big up Nathan, and K Coke, and they started, and Ardads, you know Ardads?
Yeah.
He's an old school rapper, and they took classes every week where we do rapping, and they had like a small studio. And I think after that, that's when I started enjoying it because of that. That's why I thought I was better. I was like, I can fucking rap better than these lot.
Right.
And then that's when I started taking it proper serious. I was like, rapping. Weed was that at the time I was smoking a lot of weed, just smoking weed and rapping. And then I done my exams. They said I was going to fail all my exams. I passed all my exams.
So did you go back and say, what did you fucking know?
Yeah, that's what I felt like, innit? That's what I felt like, because they said, you're going to fail all your exams. I went, yeah, okay. I got excluded just before, I can't remember what it was for. But I don't really remember when I was a kid, to be honest. Like, it's quite
It's a bit of a haze.
But
Because some people, lots of people say that, you know, weed's a gateway drug. Other people say it's a creative drug. I mean, for you personally, when you smoked it, did you find that when you was rapping it actually...
yeah, like 100%. When I started smoking weed, I don't know if other people can relate, but when you first start smoking weed, it's like all sunshines and rainbows, laughing, like the bars, that like the words would come into my head so quickly.
Right.
That's when I used to freestyle, like proper freestyle. Like some man say that they freestyle, but they've written it already, innit?
Right. But whereas
But
you
was really freestyling, like off my head, like from the gods, wherever they were giving me words. But weed was like a power back then. But then after I smoked weed for so long, but it was probably other stuff as well. I went to Amsterdam. I took like 4 edibles on the plane when I come back. It tripped me out. And then I got back, I smoked a blunt. So I don't know, like weed's laced now, innit? So I smoked a blunt of maybe like an 1/8 in a blunt. And it was like one of them big blunts. And then it made me trip out. Like it gave me like ego death. Do you know what that is? So when people take like psychedelics and stuff, like I don't know if the weed was laced, because it was supposed to be 1010 Star Dog. That's what they say, innit?
Right, okay.
1010 Star Dog, Diesel, all of this shit. 1010 Star Dog, Diesel, all of this shit. But I'm pretty sure it was laced. I smoked the zoot and I went back to my yard. I started looking in the mirror like this. I was going, I'm not real.
Right.
And then after that, every time I smoked weed, it felt the same, innit? Like it disassociates me. So I stopped smoking weed at like 17.
Wow, but that's an interesting story that it initially got you in, but then you stopped.
Yeah.
But you've not smoked since.
No, I smoked. I smoke when I'm like drunk or like I'm high or so that sort of thing. I smoke that sort of time. But if I smoke, like normally I like edibles.
Right.
I'll take an edible and watch a film. That I need something to focus on, because if I start thinking, I just start thinking the world's like huge.
My.
Do you know what I mean? I think I've got too many thoughts in it, and then I start bugging out. I'm like, oh shit, weed is fucking my brain, because it calms some people down,
right?
Which is what it used to.
But the edibles, you find that actually,
edibles in a movie,
right?
Perfect.
That's a Steelo way.
That's a Steelo way. Edibles, movie, couple, like food. That sort of way, I'm all right. But
for you as a music artist, you've gone down this path now. You've decided you want to obviously, do music. You want to rap. What was the first track that you did?
The first track I did, it was like
that you actually went, this is my first track. Not
it was something I made in college. Cause that's what I'm saying. I got kicked out of my house 16, 17, and I took all my. Oh, this is a good story. I robbed the mic from now they're gonna know, innit? I robbed the mic from my college.
Why?
So I took the mic, because I didn't have a mic in it. So I took the mic and then started recording in this hostel, because at the time I was in a hostel, and I recorded a whole album in a hostel and then put it out through the school computers.
I love that.
And then all my school was playing
So it was like a hostel mixtape.
Yeah.
I love that.
It was called like Delusions or something. It's gone now. No, you ain't never finding this shit ever. But at the time, it was called Delusions, and I think the first one was called like Picasso or like Pablo or something. Right. Something like that.
And how did that go?
Yeah, bro, it went well.
And that got you.
I was good in my school, and like people around and people in my area and stuff were like, "This is actually all right." Like, and there was another group at the time that were rapping, And then that was like, it became like that. It was like a rivalry between me and them a little bit.
Right.
But they were shit. They stopped doing it after that.
So the rivalry fizzled out.
Yeah, it fizzled out real quick, innit? And then yeah, after that I kept going, started making TikToks.
Would you, because I was having a conversation with someone the other day, it was really interesting, like as an independent artist, how you actually get noticed and how you actually get established. And you've obviously put this mixtape out, like you said, through the internet. But then the next step for you was TikTok.
Yeah, like I probably put the mixtape out, a couple tunes, and then I think TikTok came out, 2019, 2020? Right. And then I started making, I bought my own like studio. I made my own studio, and at the time I was working, I was making money, and I was like, I'm gonna do studio plus working, double up. And then I started making TikToks with this other guy called Banks. He's actually like an extra in the film as well. He's still my boy.
Yeah.
And we literally no plan of it. It was a video where it was like two drunk idiots go out on a night out and make a song. And it was literally us. We made a song on a night out when we after the club in my studio, and it went viral. It was like when TikTok million views wasn't really a thing.
Some of the best work is done on the fly like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you're not planning it.
Yeah.
You just do it on the fly and say what happens.
Yeah, it was crazy as well. 'Cause none of us had got like, I think I had like 100,000, 200,000 views on a song. But then TikTok, we put that video out, like 1 million views in like a night.
Wow.
I went work the next day. Banks is calling me, yo, this, all this. Then that's when I got introduced to the industry of music.
Right.
People started hitting me. And you know, when like at that time, 1 million views are unheard of. Like it wasn't like normal. Everyone's getting 1 million now.
Right.
So everyone's calling you. Somehow people are finding you. I want to manage you. I want to sign you. I want to do this. I want to do that. And we were just like, this is fucking mad. We were just like, we're going to be millionaires, bro.
You're like, I'm not going to be homeless.
Yeah. I was thinking of Mr. Garrett back in the day. Like, fuck Mr. Garrett. Like, he said, I'm going to be homeless. I still think about him, to be fair.
Right.
But yeah, that's when it was like the point where it felt like, oh, I've got to take this serious.
You got to do a track about Mr. Garrett, I think.
Mr. Garrett. You know, we used to do that shit. We used to, yeah, I don't know. That's a story for another time. But yeah, that's when deals started coming. Managers started trying to manage us.
And what was the track?
It's called Tipsy Timberland.
No, but what was the track that you was talking about?
That's the one.
Oh, that was the one. That was the one
with a Missy Elliott and Timberland sample. So the song was a sample of Missy Elliott and Timberland. And it was called Tipsy Timberland, which is a sample of Timberland. And it went viral. We got offered $100,000 deal for that track with Timberland and Missy Elliott. And obviously you got to clear the sample.
Right.
So we've got 3 offers, $100,000, $80,000, $70,000. We're going, yeah, we're going to be fucking, I'm telling mum,
we're going shopping.
Mumsy, life is going to change. I was going, yeah, this is it. And then Timberland cleared it, but Missy Elliott didn't clear it. So it was like,
what's wrong
it
with
was
that?
heartache. Like, it kind of broke my man. Like, for me, it was like, let's keep going. Like, let's keep it stepping. But it kind of broke all our group up, because $100,000, we signed it. Money. It was gone. Warner, I think it was Atlantic Records. We were gone.
But do you know what I don't understand? Like Missy Elliott, I don't know her, right? But yeah, she at one point was sitting where you was, and you sort of think, you know, give the boy a fucking leg up. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's not like you're doing it for free. You're going to get paid something.
We even offered to give her all our purse to put it out, because we were like, if we jump off this tune, the next one's going to be fucking huge. Right. Still didn't take it, but I think it was Missy Elliott sold her rights back when she was.
Oh, so it wasn't her fault.
It was some German people.
Right.
So it was
Nine.
Yeah, she was like 9. Anyway, I mean, it might have been her.
Right. Do you know what though? It is annoying, because there has been things that we've done where we've used music in movies, and when you need to get them all to sign off on it,
yeah,
if one of them just goes, oh no, I don't like it, I don't like the film, or oh, I don't want my thing on that, then everyone else loses out.
Yeah,
sort of
exactly.
thing, it should be a majority rules. You know, if there's 3 people on the track, and two say yes. The other one has to fall into line.
Oh,
But
it would have been good for me.
Yeah.
I would have been 100 grand up right now. We ain't even had it a couple times. It wasn't just once. Then we done another song. It was Ray and Jax Jones, but then there was 4 other writers from fucking who knows where, and then Ray, Jax Jones signed off on it. I think everyone but one person, so it's the same thing. Writers credits, but writers don't earn that much, so it's like it's quite sacred to them, especially when it's their big song.
Yeah. But then I suppose that if and I might be wrong saying this, but I don't think I am. Someone hears this track, and then they hear, oh, that's where it's been cut. Then they go and buy that track.
Exactly.
Or
That's what we're saying.
So everyone's going to get paid sort of twice, really.
Exactly. That's what we said. The song's already dead. Well, like, it's not dead, but it's like it's not as hot as it was. And this song might make the other song come back up, and then you'll get double. So they're not thinking like that. There's people. Music industry is greedy and fake and greedy, and yeah. So that way, but it's the way that I learn, innit? So that sort of stuff. When I was 18, like I said, if I was 18 and I had 100 grand, I'd be dead. Like I would have.
So in a way, it's probably good.
I would have fucking died. I would have. Yeah. So it's defo good.
So did that give you? Yeah, because they always say that when you make a mistake, like, and that wasn't a mistake. 'Cause it was a big churn. It put you on a map.
Yeah.
But because you couldn't monetize it properly, because these people wouldn't sign off on it, did that then mean when you did another track, you thought, you know what, maybe we won't sample?
That's why we broke up. Me and the group, like me and my boy. That's why we broke up, because it was like he was kind of fixed on doing the samples, and I was like, I can't take another one of these.
Do you know what the problem is though? And you know, I suppose it's difficult because if you went to these people and said, we want to use your thing, will you sign off on it? They're going to say, well, we need to hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
So then you got to go and do it. And if they go no, then you waste it.
Yeah, and we had millions of views on it. That's why it was like it was hot. And that point, sample drills going off. Like it's like you make a video that gets a mil, you need to put it out that next week.
Right.
Otherwise, it's gonna die.
But that's the problem, I think, with life right now. It's now.
Yeah.
Like you used to have a run up where you'd have months of fucking promoting something, but now it's just literally like tonight this is happening, tomorrow that's happening, everyone's on it, and then they're on to the next thing. So
yeah, because there's so much consumerism. It's like we're just all consuming, swiping. Even me, I'm bad. Like my screen time's probably like 10 hours a day. For real though, like it's 10 hours, and that's like how long I'm awake, like just sitting on my phone like this, scrolling, talking.
And for you, Rav,
I bet yours is the same as well.
To be honest, it's not, because I spend a lot
Check your
of time.
screen time.
It's not that much.
Do you know what it is?
No, only because I'm
You're doing podcasts.
I'm always doing something.
Yeah.
So for me, I will look at my phone. I will do stuff on TikTok or on Instagram, whatever. But I'll only have a limited amount of time to do it. And that's, sometimes I don't do anything at all because I just don't have time. And people sometimes say to me, oh, did you see a post that someone's done? And I said, I'm not sitting there going through it.
Yeah.
If I was, then I would have seen it. But it's very difficult, I think, as you get busy with life. And obviously I've got...
That's not saying I'm not busy, but in the studio...
No, but
I'm
the
on my
thing
phone
you're not married with 3 kids.
Yeah,
I am.
that's true. That's
and
true.
also, I've got other things I'm doing. So if I didn't have anything to do other than one thing, and I was like, great. And the thing is, as a music artist, that is your thing.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
You've got to be inspired. You've got to know what's going on.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's where you're going to blow up your music. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's your business. So you have to be on there.
Yeah. No, I grinded out TikTok. That's what I learned. After that, I left. What do you call it? I left that group and that management, went to a new management, and just started grinding out TikTok, started learning about marketing and all of that stuff. And then I think a couple of years after, that's when I first signed my first deal with TikTok.
Right.
And we made a video after my holiday. I came back with my ex-girlfriend. We made a video saying, rapping on a Tinder date. And it went fucking mental. Like, I'm not joking. It was done like 11 mil views. Like,
Wow.
It went fucking crazy. And then after that, that's when everyone started doing that Snapchat filter thing.
Right.
It was the first one, kind of. I saw someone else do it with DJing.
Right.
And then I'd done it. When I come back, everyone started doing it. Now it's a normal hook. Everyone does it. But I'm 99% sure that I was one of the first ones to do that.
Which Snapchat Phil was it?
It's like a Snapchat filter where it's like a hook of a video. So the bit of the video will say, oh, I just met this guy on Tinder, now he started rapping.
Right.
But it was just me and my ex-girlfriend at the time, innit? But no one knew that, and everyone was like, yeah, he's clapping them cheeks and he's fucking, but he's clapping the beat as well.
See, if I'd have known all this stuff, I would have introduced you as a TikTok millionaire.
Yeah, that's where it really
But
started.
someone said to me, when you sign with TikTok Direct and you're doing your music and all that, that's can make some good money out of it.
Yeah, it was good. It was a decent amount. Like it's probably the most money I saw from music at that point.
Right.
And then, but they've got, I don't know if they tell people, but they definitely got ways of manipulating. TikTok obviously it was SoundOn, but SoundOn are owned by TikTok.
Right.
They can manipulate your views, manipulate the sounds. So at that point,
I think that's the big problem with social media and any digital social media platform that's online is, people always go, there's an art, you've got to post it this time and you've got to do this and you've got to do that. But the reality is some days you can post something and it doesn't go, and other days it goes nuts.
It's always the shit that you don't try, the things that you film in 5 seconds, or like the things that you don't think about that will be millions of views. When you put effort into a video, I've done so many videos where I've put effort, thought about it, does 5K. Then I'll film a video in my bedroom with a girl, does 4 million streams. Like, it's so stupid, like, because people just want raw, organic things that trigger emotions. Like, that's really why videos go viral. Videos will go viral from shareability of like, oh, I've gone through this, so let me send this to my friend, or let me send this to my ex.
Right.
Or like, yeah, that kind of thing. So it's relatability, innit? That sort of thing.
And you're growing, obviously, as an artist. You're doing all these things on TikTok and social media.
Yeah.
Like you said, you've got new management now. And your work rate is phenomenal. I mean, the amount of music you're pushing out, is your work ethic is second to none.
Yeah, man.
And for you, as an artist, and anybody, there's going to be loads of people watching or listening to this podcast that are thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind
how do I do
being
that?
a rapper. I wouldn't mind doing what Rav's doing. But how long have you been actually doing it? Was it been 10 years?
Yeah, 10 years. Probably
Right.
14, 15, 10 years started rapping. Maybe when I was like 19, 18, I started taking it seriously.
Right.
I understood it. So I would say like 6, 7 years.
So 6, 7 years properly,
Yeah.
2 or 3 years playing at it. But then over that period of time, you could arguably say you've made it, but then I suppose if for you haven't made it.
Not even
Right?
close.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's how long it takes. And a lot of people
You think it's
will go,
overnight, innit?
well, hang on a minute. I don't want to fucking wait 10 years. I'm going to be on to something else then. So, I mean, what were your sort of tips for anyone who's thinking about doing it? What would you say worked for you that's kept you going?
I mean, it's like people that blow up instantly like that usually fall down quite quickly. I think be yourself, figure out what music you like and what music you want to make, know your audience, and just keep making it. Even if it doesn't get views, your time will come. Music goes like that, doesn't it?
Right.
See how everything changes. Like drill was popping at one point. It will spin around to the point where that genre that you're doing might come to life at that point, and then that's your time. So I think be true to yourself, but also it is a content world now. You've got to be posting content or having reels that are good quality and consistency. Like, to be honest, I didn't really know anything. Like, I just kept posting, kept making music. I think I'd done like a track a month for like 2 years, back to back to back, track a month, maybe like 40 videos of content. And that's how I built up to that many people. But now I think I've stepped back. After the film, I stepped back and was like, I want to do something that's a bit more legacy, build fan base, do shows and stuff like that.
So that's your next step.
Yeah.
Have you've been performing now?
I performed a lot, but I want to build like a community for my people.
Right.
Whoever f***s with my music, I want them to come to, I want to create events rather than do other people's shows is cool, but I want to create like Steelo events or whatever, I don't know the name of it yet. But I want to create events where people come, get tatted out, get free t-shirts, vibe to music, people that they like. I'll put on the shows, I'll put the people on there, and then I'll come and fucking shell out at the end of it. But I want to create, because I think a lot of people get caught up in social media, But at the end of the day, real people is actually what's people going to come to your shows. That's where you're going to get paid. That's where people are going to fall in love with you, and you're going to meet them people. That's where you find your people. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is, music, isn't it? It's just connecting with people.
Right.
So it's like, that's the next step for me. But I would have wanted to done that from before, but no one taught me that. I only just realized it.
What if you was going to describe yourself? What sort of rap do you do?
I don't even know. At this point, I've done...
Because you know, some people say I'm a grime rapper, I'm a drill rapper, I'm a UK rapper.
I started grime. My favourite artists was like Skepta, Wiley, Dizzy Rascal, all of them. Like that's when I first started. That's what I wanted to do. And then I started doing like sample drill. And then now I'm just like, I've always loved American music, so I like a bit of singing, and I'm going to try a little bit of that American style mixed with the UK style that I've already been doing. So I would say like a hybrid of all of grime, drill, and American rap.
Wow.
But yeah.
I mean, that sounds exciting. So, you know, I'm excited to see what... So are you working on doing an EP or an album? Or?
Yeah, album, EP, end of the year.
Oh, that's good. We'll drop it around October when the film comes out.
Yeah, that's sort of the time. Yeah, that makes sense as well. Double up. Yeah, but I've been trying to work on that and like concepts because I want to build something rather than it being a quick fix, because that's what I've done my whole thing.
Yeah. And with you performing and being on social media, when you're out and about and when you're doing stuff, obviously there's all this postcode stuff. There's all this north, east, south, west London stuff where, you know, what side are you on and all this stuff. Have you sort of encountered any problems when you sort of doing because of what you do, or have you been sort
people like checking me and that?
Well, no, just whether you know people, you know, like people have beefs with people, or whether
no,
you know,
man, I'm a lover. I'm a lover, man.
Yeah. So
I've beefed. Like I've had many of scraps, fights. I've seen people like my boys fucking died. I've seen all this shit. It doesn't interest me. Like that shit. I always love music.
Right. But what happened to your mate who died? Was that a gang thing, or was that just?
No, it's just stupid shit. Someone just got stabbed. But it's like there is a gang thing. Like to be honest, in my area, it's not really like Hounslow and it's just Hounslow and Isleworth, and then maybe a bit like some outsiders. But it's just Hounslow and Isleworth. But it's really and truly, it's just they're not like crazy on it. They're just fake gangsters. Like
right.
When I see people, I know I'm gangsters, not postcodes and all of that, but you can tell who's real. But I've seen some fuck people, but at the end of the day, Hounslow and Isleworth, I don't want to fuck them about, but like at the end of the day, it's not as bad as it seems. You could walk down there, it's fine. You know what I mean? But yeah,
no, I just didn't know if you know, because of what you were doing, whether because you get people that are jealous. You get people targeting people. You get people falling out.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. There's certain points where people will come up to me and check me and be like, "Oh, Rav, da da da." But I'm quite good at scrapping. I'm a hothead. Like, if you meet me normal, I'm quite like timid and stuff like that. But then I got to switch it that I can go the other way. So I've done it, but like it doesn't. It's
like
not
you said,
a good idea.
Your life choice is to do music and have fun.
Yeah, that's it. I just want to enjoy myself, have fun, and live life in it. But
have you got Mrs. Steelo yet, or not? Or are you still looking for it?
Yeah, no, she's out there. She's out there somewhere. I'm looking. No, actually, I don't even know if I'm looking, but
right.
But yeah,
you're open for business.
Come through. I'm open for business.
Right, and you know, we're obviously talking a lot about music, but fashion is obviously tied closely to music. And for you, what are your sort of standout brands that you like?
Me, I don't like the high brands. I like the Celine. I like the big fashion, Burberry, Celine, Dior. I like that sort of stuff. I think there's some good, like, obviously, UK brands. Palace has always been running it. I've seen Murta, this new brand, Murta. Cortez is obviously killing it. Yeah.
Trainers or shoes?
Shoes, Nike, yeah, Nike. I like Nike.
Right.
Hopefully one day I get a deal, but I also like Adidas as well. So like,
right.
Follow me if you like me. don't sell it the other way.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are you?
I've got shoes on
you
today.
You got a little slipper.
I've got my driving shoes on today.
Come on.
But I should have worn my trainers today, but I just fancied wearing some driving shoes.
Yeah, look,
Not that I'm driving anywhere.
they're the no lace joints.
Yeah, no those joints.
Yeah.
And what are your sort of plans for the future, Rav? Have you got sort of like a list of things you want to achieve?
Yeah, I got them on my phone. I write them every year, but I got them on my phone. But if I say them, people are gonna think I'm mental, innit?
Do you know what? There's nothing wrong with having crazy goals.
Because I think, you gotta shoot for the stars, land on the moon type thing. That's the saying.
So you want to be the first rapper on the moon?
Yeah, first rapper on the moon doing a fucking fire in the moon.
Fire on the moon.
Yeah,
this is actually a fucking good idea.
Yeah, fire on the moon. Yeah, I mean, if you couldn't, I don't know, there's no green screen, but put me on the moon or something. I just spit bars. Yeah, I want to go like global, innit? I think that's why I thought, let me switch it up, because I want to be able to go to like Europe and fucking sell it out. I want to go to America, sell it out. I just want to be like everywhere, innit? I want to just have no time.
Do you want to be a global superstar?
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Yeah. Well, if you want, I'll get it out.
Go on, let's get it out. Let's get it out.
I've got my goals.
Do you know what? It's always good to hear, and this is actually a great lesson for anyone listening or watching this podcast. You should have goals. You should have things you want to achieve. And even if you don't achieve them, the fact that you're looking at them every day and wishing them.
It used to be my background. So I used to put it as my background. So I'd see them every day. Everyone used to ask what it is. But would you want to read it or shall I read it out?
You read it.
And my goals. This is crazy. So I Brit Awards, NMEs, and it says all of that. So any awards, top 5 album, song in the charts, UK tour abroad, UK tour / tour abroad, feature with an artist I look up to, and there's in brackets a heavy hitter, wireless / festivals with big stages, platinum plaque, 100 million streams, 6-figure deal, retire mum, buy a house, provide for family, collab with big fashion brands, own my own fashion brand, collab with Spurs. I don't know about that one anymore.
Maybe not when the season ends.
Yeah. Not in the championship.
Right.
And it's a boss in America, and they're acting a big film. So check that one off, innit?
So
there you go.
The only change I would make to that is your deal.
7-figure deal.
It's got to be 7, mate.
Yeah, all
6 is too low. Come on.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Because look, 6 is good, but 7's better.
Yeah, 7's definitely 8-figure. Yeah.
Well, what
do you think of them ones?
I think they're good, and I think that if you're in that space, that's what you've got to be aiming for. And the thing is, if you get 90 million streams, it's not the end of the world.
Exactly, yeah.
If you
I'm living.
get them over, but you don't win anything else, it's not the end of the world. So I definitely think, having those goals, and if you're thinking about them, I think, they will happen.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, aim for the stars, and if you just end up just underneath it doesn't
You're still quite high,
it's better than where you are now.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's what I've always thought. That I think most artists go through a thing of doubt and stuff. Like I always thought, I'll get to like this age and then maybe I'll quit. Because if I don't make it.
But let's just say.
But I always get a little bit further and I go, I'm not going to quit that. I'm not going to quit.
So let's just say you're not a rapper now.
Yeah.
What would you be doing?
Oh, I don't know. I like animals.
You'd be a zookeeper.
I'll be a zookeeper.
Or would you be a vet?
No, probably, a zookeeper or like, no, do you know what? I got no clue what I do. Probably fucking looking for crack on the floor or something. Genuinely, I don't know what I'll be doing. So I haven't thought of it.
Right, okay. But do you know something? It's good that you haven't thought of it, but I thought I'd ask just in case you said you wanted to be an astronaut or you wanted to do some fucking mad shit. I know. Yeah,
or maybe like a marketer or something. Yeah. Probably because I got a marketing brain. Or maybe marketing. But that's a bit boring, isn't it? Yeah. So, I wish I could have been a footballer, but yeah.
But do you know, but you're a Tottenham fan.
Yeah.
And
shit.
Well, do you know something? I actually was at Tottenham on Saturday.
You was?
And I was having
in the stadium.
And I was having a conversation with somebody, and they're massive. They've been a Tottenham ticket holder for fucking 20 years, and he's pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, what actually happened? Because I don't really understand football, but because they got that big stadium, if they go down, well, they are going to go down to the Championship. What does that mean for them?
They might not.
Oh, well, okay. Because he seemed to think they would definitely go.
Well, they look like they're going.
Right.
There's four, 5 games there. But when this comes out, they'll either be down or up, innit?
Right. So if they're down,
yeah,
what does that mean for them?
They
though?
go to championship.
Financially, because
Financially, it'll be
them?
fucked in it.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the games people are gonna stop. I don't know. Maybe people will still go to the games, but I don't think
They go there for a charitable contribution.
Yeah, like
Right.
I think also it's like you lose a lot of sponsors probably.
I know the money's different as well.
Exactly, you lose a lot of players. Most of our players are already thinking to jump ship.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed that they don't go down.
Yeah,
But like you said, when this comes out,
they look like they're going down.
Right. He was quite upset about it because he's been a lifelong fan. So
Yeah, but it's been like this for years. Like it's not like it's just happened. I think only people are clocking it now. But Spurs have always been. Obviously, we won last season. We won the Europa League, but we've always been shit. We just got bailed out by Harry Kane and Son,
right.
and then now they're gone. Spent 60 million, 70 million on some players that we thought was good, but they're fucking shit as well.
I'll take it whoever got fired.
Yeah, no, Daniel. Even the owner left.
Right. Wow.
So I think that's a big part of it as well.
Right. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well, I know Arsenal be up for Avenue and Chelsea and
crazy.
probably Man City and West Ham. I'm sure there's other clubs that would welcome you with open arms.
No, I'll go support that. I've been watching basketball anyway. I flipped off football.
Football,
Yeah, that's it. I just stopped it.
But Rav, honestly, mate, it's been an honour having you on.
Yeah.
It's great hearing your story. This is the first podcast you've done as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never done a podcast.
So this is a worldwide exclusive.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, Famalam.
But thanks, Famalam, for coming on.
You're
It's
my
lovely
guy.
to see you, brother.
Come on, man.
And yeah, so what's so Famalam's a bad one.
Fuck Famalam.
What's the other ones? There's got to be a couple more.
Famalam. I don't know. It's just this. I think it's the way you say it. Maybe if you said Famalam in a good way, but it's just the way you say anything. Famalam, yeah.
Right.
That sort of thing.
Brilliant. But Rav, honestly, thank you for coming on, my friend.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
As is customary with all our music artists, as you got some fucking bangers,
Yeah.
I reckon you should do a couple of tracks.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Right.
Let's do it.
Well, let's go, baby.
Let's do it.
Thanks so much for tuning into the Tales from a Trap podcast. Rav Steelo, aka Steelo, what an amazing guest. Make sure you follow him on socials. Look out for his album and look out for him because he's going to the TOP. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you on the other side. Blah, 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 blah.